Hello and welcome to Karen's Colours. I'm Dr. Karen, and normally I talk about colour in a variety of ways. But I thought for this session I might try something entirely different. I've been watching a lot of various different YouTubers operating pendulums. And pendulums are an interest of my own because I have several pendulums. Some of them work better than others. And basically it comes down to how well you are able to control the movement of the pendulum without actually moving yourself. As we know, if you're trying to move a pendulum that is on a stationary stand, you've got no hope whatsoever. However, if you hold it between your fingers, then it will most definitely move, and it will move according to your commands. On the other hand, I've also found that holding a pendulum between my forefinger and thumb is far less accurate than holding it from a loop that is tied around my middle finger. And I'm going to demonstrate some of those for you today. But firstly, I'd like to welcome you here. If you've been following me for a while, then you know I do come up with some fairly odd sorts of topics. Nevertheless, this is one that I think you might find interesting. Many esoteric shops will attempt to sell you a pendulum made from a semi-precious stone, and they will charge you a premium for it. I've actually been working with pendulums for a lot of years, and I've discovered that you can make one out of just about anything. And because you can make them out of just about anything, it all depends on the energy that you are able to supply that pendulum as to whether or not it's going to be effective. Basically, you need something that has a weight, that is attached to something that will easily move, such as a piece of string or a chain, and then you need your own energy sources. Whenever I work with a pendulum, the first thing I do is to work up the energy levels. And I do this by creating an energy field within the palms of my hand. And then I place the pendulum into my left hand and I hold it there for a minute or so until I feel that it has been fully charged. Then I test the pendulum. I never assume that the pendulum is going to create the same movement for the same questions. And basically, pendulums will give you a yes or no response. I often get a I don't know as well. It depends. Not every pendulum will respond to that, but most of them do. But the trick here is to ask the pendulum every single time that you use it, primarily because it depends on your own energy levels, it depends on where you are, and it depends on the pendulum itself as to whether or not it will move in the same direction every time. Let's just have a look at my favorite pendulum. This is the one that I use most often. And then I'll introduce you to some of the others. The pendulum I use most often is this one. I store it in a crystal bowl, and it consists of a rose quartz sitting inside a cage of silver wire attached to a sterling silver chain, which is a double chain, as you can see. And it also is attached to another sterling silver chain, which in turn is attached to a satin ribbon with a loop on the end. And when I use it, the first thing I do, once it's been charged up, is I ask it, please give me a yes. And you'll notice it begins to move. Thank you. And it stopped moving. Please give me a no. And again, it moves in the opposite direction, or at 90 degrees from the previous movement. Thank you. And now I'd like an I don't know. And you'll notice that the pendulum now swings in a clockwise direction, going round and round. Sometimes I also get a weight. but I'm not going to bother with that today. Thank you. And it stops. After that, I can usually ask it questions, and I found this one to be fairly accurate. Another pendulum that I use quite frequently, but it's one that I carry with me because my favourite pendulum is a little heavy and cumbersome to cart around, particularly in its little crystal bowl. And this pendulum consists of a gold-plated pendant with a number of, I presume, crystals made from either glass or they could be acrylic, but I think they're glass because one of them shattered. It's attached to a gold-plated chain. There is no loop on the end of it, so this one I have to actually hold with my thumb and forefinger. And you'll notice it's not quite as wide-ranging as the previous one. Please give me a yes. Thank you. Please give me a no. Thank you. And now please give me an I don't know. Now you'll notice that this one doesn't actually give an I don't know. It follows the same pattern as the other pendulum in terms of what direction it gives yes or no, but that's about all it does. Now I'll quickly take you through some. Another pendulum that I made very early on consists of a key attached to some jute twine. And again, because it is a double string, I can hang it over my finger. And I'll ask it, please give me a yes. You'll notice that the oscillation is in the opposite direction. It's diagonal. Thank you. Now, please give me a no. This one's very slow to move, but it does give the cross. Diagonal from my little finger towards my thumb for yes, and a diagonal from the base of my little finger towards my pointer finger for no. Thank you. Please give me an I don't know. And for that, it doesn't move at all. It's not a very satisfactory pendulum. Let's try something different. How about, and what I have here is a discarded custard apple fruit coming from my tree out the back. It fell off, it's not going to grow anymore, and I've attached it to a satin ribbon. And the satin ribbon is attached to an elastic band. Let's see what happens with this one. It goes round and round, and eventually it will stop. Please give me a yes. Thank you. Now please give me a no. Please give me a no. Thank you. And now please give me an I don't know. Yes. And it actually reverses position. It starts off running clockwise and then stops, goes to a yes position and then runs anti-clockwise. Probably because it's a living organism still. It hasn't completely died yet. We'll pop that one over here. It at least gave us, now let's try something different. This one consists of baked clay and it's attached to a piece of woolen thread. Again, it twists and turns. Now, please give me a yes. Thank you. Please give me a no. Please give me a no. And you'll see it doesn't work very well at all. In fact, it doesn't work as a pendulum at all well, and it's probably got to do with the way in which the thread is attached. So we'll pop it over here as a here we have one of my colour circles. I make these out of sculpted clay, the baked clay, and then I encase them in an acrylic resin. This one is attached to a cheap little gold-coloured chain, but it's of no value really. So, and because it doesn't have a loop on the end, I need to hold it between my thumb and forefinger. So let's see if this works as a pendulum. Please give me a yes. It's very slow to start. Thank you. Please give me a no. But it does respond. Thank you. Please give me an I don't know. And it's a very small circle, very slow to respond, but eventually it does swing round and round. Thank you. So this is another one that we could say is probably a relatively successful. Let's try some plastic. This one is from a plastic pen. It's attached to a plastic stretchable beading cord, and I've left a loop on the end, so I can loop it around my finger. Now, please give me a yes. Very faint movement. Please give me a no. But it does actually respond. Thank you. Please give me an I don't know. Best responsible. It's probably trying very hard to tell me it's not a very good pendulum material. And now let's look at one with mixed media. This is a 22 shell casing, and it's attached to some fine fishing line. Again, there's no loop on the end, so I need to hold it between my thumb and forefinger. And because fishing line is fairly stiff, you'll notice that there is indeed a bend in the line that's holding it up. So, please give me a yes. Thank you. Please give me a no. Thank you. Please give me an I don't know. Okay, so it's not moving at all. This one will give me a good yes and a good no, but not a particularly good response when I'm asking it to be non-committal. Now, this one is a little odd. It's a candle attached to some polyester sewing thread. And it's fairly heavy, and the polyester thread is fairly light. And I'm actually holding onto it with my thumb and forefinger and draping it over my middle finger. So let's see what happens. Please give me a yes. It does respond, and it responds fairly well, even though it's still twisting round and round, as polyester threads want to do. Thank you. Please give me a no. Again, a good, strong response. Thank you. And now please give me an I don't know. So one can say actually that the candle on a bit of polyester thread would make quite a good pendulum. What about this one? It's a rock taken from my garden, attached to a piece of jute, which in turn is attached to some polyester thread that makes a loop. Please give me a yes. Thank you. And now please give me a no. Thank you. And now an I don't know. And I don't know. And again, this one will say yes or no, but it's not much good for indeterminate. And now let's try something else that's man-made. This is a glass stopper from a perfume bottle that I broke some time ago. It's attached with some silver wire to a piece of silk beading thread. And again, it has a loop at the top that I can put around my middle finger. So please give me a yes. No movement. Please give me a no. Again, no response. Please give me an I don't know. And there's no response. This is absolutely and utterly useless as a pendulum. Maybe you might like to try it with a bit more luck. While we're on to man-made things, here we have a ball of aluminum foil for you North Americans, and it's attached to a piece of very fine sewing thread. Again, it's polyester. It's not a very heavy pendulum, but then the thread isn't heavy either. So let's give it a go. Please give me a yes. Please give me a yes. All right, thank you. Please give me a no. And please give me an I don't know. Again, a fairly useless item to try and use as a pendulum. What about this little fellow? I found him in a park one day. Most of you would recognize him as some type of Lego man. I don't know which because I don't play Lego. But I've attached him to a piece of cotton crochet thread. And let's see if he's any good. Once again, there's a loop at the top to put around my finger. Please give me a yes. Thank you. Please give me a no. Thank you. Please give me an I don't know. And as we can see here, yes and no responds quite well. And I don't know comes out as can't even contemplate that one, can't manage it. So we'll just pop that one there. It's a potential. Maybe you'd like to work with my next one is a little clay pot that is used in aquariums for growing plants. I've attached a paper clip to a piece of satin thread. There's no loop at the top, so I hold it with my fingers and thumb. Please give me a yes. And it immediately responds. Thank you. Please give me a no. And once again, it immediately responds. Thank you. Please give me an I don't know. And there's no response. So like our little Lego man here, the clay pot has limited ability to give. Here I have a wooden serviette ring attached to some cotton sewing thread. This is actually cotton, not polyester. And once again, we go through the test. Please give me a yes. Straight away it responds. Thank you. Please give me a no. And it responds as well. Thank you. Now please give me an I don't know. And just like our little clay pot, no response to that final question. I wanted to make one out of paper, but paper is very light. So I've chosen instead a piece of cardboard, and I've attached it to a piece of twine. Now this twine is used in gardens, so it's fairly long lasting, and it enables the plants to be held up. It's a fairly long piece of twine, so I'm wrapping it around my fingers, and let's see where it goes. Please give me a yes. It's a very small movement. Thank you. Please give me a no. And again, good response, but it's very low, very slow, and not very wide. Thank you. Give me an I don't know. And again, no response at all. So we'll pop that with our clay pot and our little wooden serviette. What if we try this? This is an incense cone attached to some polyester thread. I put a loop on the top so it can be held up. And now let's try it. Okay. Please give me a yes. Now you see it's immediately gone into an answer, but the answer this time is in the opposite direction to all of the others. Stop. Please give me a no. So this is an interesting one. Thank you. It also responds instantly to the thank you or stop. Please give me an I don't know. But there's no response to the I don't know. So even though it gave a good yes-no response, it was pretty useless for the Now this question. One is a nail I picked up in my driveway, which I didn't really want to put into my tyres, and it's attached to a piece of acrylic cord. It's lace cord. Please give me a yes. Please give me a yes. And there's no response. Please give me a no. And again, no response. I don't think we'll bother with the third question. So there's another item that does not work as a pendulum. And what about this one? It's mixed media. What I have here is a piece of acrylic inside a plastic bag hung on a metal chain with little metal beads, and it was originally an earring. That in turn is attached to some fishing line, and again with a circle on the end. So let's see what happens. Please give me a yes. Thank you. Please give me a no. Thank you. Please give me an I don't know. Now that's a surprise. I didn't actually expect that acrylic, plastic, metal, and nylon would actually form a reasonable pendulum. The final pendulum I've chosen is actually a magnet, and I've attached it to a piece of ferrous chain. And let's see what happens here. Please give me a yes. Good, strong yes response. Thank you. Please give me a no. And a good, strong no response. Thank you. Now give me an I don't know. And once again, there's no response. Now, I suppose we could say that the nil response is an I don't know response, but I prefer to have something that actually tells me very distinctly what it means. So let's go back to our original. May I have a yes, please? Thank you. And now a no. Thank you. Now may I have an I don't know? I don't know. Thank you. And the fourth question is, please give me a weight. And you'll note that now we're working anti-clockwise. Thank you. Just a question. Was this demonstration of pendulums successful? Yes, thank you. Did we learn anything valuable from it? Did we learn anything valuable from this demonstration? It doesn't want to answer. Fair enough. Maybe it's not so much a I don't know or a wait, but what on earth is that sort of a question? All right. Well, I hope you've had a little bit of fun. I certainly have. There's been a lot of different pendulums, and you might like to try some experimentation yourself. Just pick up something that looks interesting, attach it to something that will allow it to swing, charge it up, and see where your pendulum will take you. You don't always need to buy an expensive piece of jewellery in order to create a workable and useful pendulum. Very well. May the colours of your life, as usual, bring you all the joy and happiness that you need for your own higher good. And I'll catch you next time. Bye.